Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the career of Albin Zogbaum in the HE-111. We're now in briefing for that night mission on the 12th of September, and we are bombing another railway junction today. This time it is in the northeast here at waypoint 3. And the first thing that's jumping out to me is our altitude at waypoint 3 is going to be 1,300 meters. And that's awfully low. 1,300 meters at 320 kph. Surely that's an error. But here is the target for today. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? We can use not much. There's going to be a road right beside this target. There's actually a few roads leading up to the target, and we have this road that's going to be more or less pointed at the target, but it's going to be tough. I'm not confident that I'm going to be able to spot this target from the air at night and be able to drop. But this is, yet again, it's the railway junction. It's the target that has eluded us for the career mode. We still have 0 railway kills in this career, but we do get another shot at it tonight. Look over here on the right here for the briefing information. Flight leads today, or rather tonight, will be Heinz Hermann Nelty. We will be wingman number 5 in the flight, last one to take off. Some information here for us. A Pathfinder with an experienced crew has been assigned to ensure the strike is successful. The primary objective of the Pathfinder crew is to locate and mark the target. Their secondary function is to provide updates on the situation above the target. To assess the outcome of the attack, they will take off ahead of you and remain above the target until the last of our aircraft drops its bombs. Additionally, our night fighter planes will likely be on patrol on our side of the front lines. I like how it uses the word likely. But anyways, enemy night fighters may be on patrol in the area. Please check your map for the most up-to-date information. Weather report. It's still the same as it was this afternoon, partly cloudy starting at 900 meters. Hopefully the cloud is not perfectly placed where we cannot hit the target. And we also have fog this evening rolling in to the area. Wind speed for bomb altitude. Well, if we're dropping from 1,300 meters, it's going to be 15 meters per second from 275 degrees. Perhaps I'm going to have some say-so in that, but golly, that's a low altitude to be bombing from today. So we'll see about that. I might take control and keep us high in the air, as long as I can see the target. Maybe we're coming in low because we won't be able to see the target, but I don't know. Target approach altitude, so it's listed in briefing, is 1,300 meters. Normally we come in at like 3,000. But anyways, let's read the write-up here for the primary objective. Good evening, airmen. Your objective tonight is to attack the enemy airfield. We're hitting a railway junction. Huh. Well, I don't know. You got the right mission here, Commander. Anyways, moving on. Searchlight beacons will be placed at waypoints number 2 and number 4, if it is possible to place them there. Another one will be situated at the airfield, again, to mark navigation and returning to base easier. Oh, I see. Okay. If you are spotted and fired upon by the enemy AAA, your gunner has been instructed to launch flares. There's a chance this might convince the enemy gunners that this is friendly fire, and hopefully this will make them hold their fire. Anyway, try to avoid enemy anti-air. The flight will take off one by one with a green flare signal is given for each plane. After takeoff, you will be solely responsible for proceeding to the target. Therefore, proceed alone. Other aircraft will follow their own flight paths. Your mission will be complete once you have successfully released your bombs over the designated target area. So what a confusing briefing. It is very much a railway junction. Briefing points to an airfield. Fascinating. There's no airfields in the area that we can be mistaken for. But nevertheless, since we do have night fighters in, we'll go ahead and get the bomber kitted out here. We are going to do the 4250s and the 1500 if we really are hitting a railway junction, which it looks like we are. We aren't going to have very much time to get bombs on target. So we'll go with the stock standard here, and I don't know. I guess we're gonna see what happens here when we get into the mission. But nevertheless, we are ready to go. So I am going to study this map a little more, since it looks like we'll be on our own, and that way it will hopefully be a little bit easier for me to spot this target. But it does look like we'll be aided with pathfinders on our way there. So with that said, we'll go ahead and get into the mission. There we are. There's us. Let's power up. Put her away. The spotlight couldn't be in a worse spot. But we are rolling. We're at 100. $150. That looks like 170. Gears coming up. Visibility is decent enough. I'm still very concerned that we're not going to be able to see the target, but I'm hoping that it's going to be marked by the pathfinders. It's been a minute since we've done a night mission, so I'm trying to think if there's like a beacon on the ground, so to speak, or how exactly that works out. So we'll have to wait and see, but I am once again not fully confident that I'm going to be able to find the target, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, so there is the spotlight just ahead of us. That is highlighting waypoint 2 on our map. You can see it just down below there. Looks to be right on the shoreline, making the turn at waypoint 2, settling it down, and since we have completed that turn at waypoint 2, we are going to go ahead and pop into the bomb site, and I'm going to keep this at 3.3. I'm going to match this gauge here, so I'm going to assume as there's waypoint 2 through the bomb site, and then we are going to be bombing from 320 kph. I'm going to keep it at this, but we were told of a descent here, which I question if that's actually the case, but anyways, let's get the airspeed here figured out, and I'm probably gonna set this for 3.3, so that'll be 18 meters per second from 308. And when we get closer, I might adjust this as we get closer and I see maybe we've descended here a little bit. But anyways, from 308 degrees, it's going to be hitting us in the side. Kind of like this, I want to say, because that's 300 right there. So 308 would be like that. Yeah, so I'm happy with that for 308. And then let's just do 1,000 meters here. So 15 meters per second. We won't do that, but 298 will be that. So what I'm going to do is if I see that we've descended, I'm going to drop it down 2 ticks to there. So anyways, let's get this set up. I don't know what that was, but oh, it's gonna be hard. Okay. So I think we're to the right here. Something like that. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. I keep forgetting that I can use the view direction to line these guys up. Something like that. Yeah. So, bomb site's all dialed in for 3,000 meters. We're going to pray that we can see this target from the ground, or there will be some sort of identifying factors. We might even rely on the Russian defense even to find our way in here. As you can see just over there, some smoke rising, but we might be able to target this thing through spotlights on the ground and just fire. We'll definitely see the bombs hitting in front of us through the bomb site, which might be a good indicator of where we are in this sky and where the target is beneath us. Use that to dial us in. It will be the plan for today. Again, last plane in the sky here for us. So hopefully that doesn't mean the fighters come out to see what's going on tonight. By the time we get there, things will be craters. So just proceeding towards the target now. Bomb site all set up. Bring it back when we're about to drop. Okay, so we just got a Pathfinder report that the enemy is above the target. So there is a fighter, at least one fighter in the area. Oh, and this is gonna be sketchy. I can't see a damn thing. Yep, so we are descending. So we're going to be 1.3. 2 ticks down. Okay. River. Someone's hit. Where is this thing? There's some trouble in the area. Ugh, crap. Okay, road. See that? See that? Tracer fire somewhere up in here. Enemies are no longer present, it says. Okay, so auto level's been engaged. Do I know where I am? Absolutely freaking not. Well, I see that up ahead. I don't know if that is our target or what. I just lost it. If it is. But we are coming in now. Well, there's the spotlight. Okay. Spotlights are coming on. I think I got the target. I think I see the target. Right here is what I'm going to be aiming for. Is that the target? I have no idea. We are getting a skosh fast here. Okay, got the target in my sights. That is the target. Okay, here we go. Coming into frame. I can't see a darn thing due to the spotlights. Bombs away. Bomb doors coming closed. I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm taking evasive action. I don't know if we got hit or not. I couldn't really see the target, and then when I did, I just dropped on the outer edge of it. But we got hit, but I'm hitting the deck as well. Oh, we're in a spotlight. Not good. Not good. Not good. Oh, you can see the tracer coming up around us here. It's taking some evasive maneuvers here. No activity from the gunners. We're getting targeted. We're getting targeted. Damn. I saw the target at the last second, but I don't know if I got anything. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. That was not a very good drop by me. Disappointing. Disappointing. I think we're out of the woods here. We're out of the spotlight, so I think we're okay for now, but I don't think I hit the target, to be completely honest. Okay, so just up ahead of us is home base. It is right across the river, right there is home base. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this plane in and get it on the ground. I'm going to put some flaps in here to slow us down. We're a little over 300 kph, so still way too fast to bring this thing into land, but coming into the area, we'll go ahead and prepare to put this plane on the ground. Still way too high to come in here to land as well. You shut the light off. There it is. Okay. Turn it back on. You turned it back on. We're good. Just coming down to 250 kph. A little more flaps into her here. Get this thing loaded down. Just a little more. And I see the runway. Runway's in sight. I lost throttle. Okay. Never mind. Alright, let's get the gear down. Yes, I see the guy right there, but I'm gonna cut the line. Gears down, we're at 200 kph, so we are going to continue to come in. There's a flare shot up from home base. I see nobody in front of me, so I'm gonna assume we're good. I mean, I see that guy off to the right there, but okay. So we're just dipping down below 200 now. Cutting throttle. I almost put the gear down. Misclick. Hey, that was one of my better landings, if I do say so myself. That was not bad at all. Okay, so an absolutely no surprise, we missed the target. I got very turned around. I don't know if someone crashed and I was going into the flames. That's what I was intending to do, was look for craters and that sort of thing on the ground. But I ended up seeing the target. But the problem was that anytime I would take my eye off the target to look at my gauges, I would then lose the target again. So that constant looking back and forth between my target and the gauges. I also did a very weird thing because I wasn't comfortable with the descent that we were doing towards the target. It made it very confusing. I leveled out at about 2,000 meters and tried to drop from there. That probably played a contributing factor as well. I probably should have just let the descent happen, but in terms of using the bomb sight, I didn't know how that was going to work. So I tried to get a little creative with it, and it just did not work. But let's see how the rest of the guys did. Oh, man. Look at this. Wow, we're one of the lucky ones. One of the lucky two. Heinz Hermann Nelty has gone missing in action. Karl-Heinz Streit missing in action. August Veldlinger missing in action. And Matthias Winkler killed in action. So we took 4 losses on the day. Only Gerd Henschel and us make it back. Surprising. We actually took damage during that mission. Not significant damage, but nonetheless damage. But Otherwise, Heinz Hermann Nelte getting a triple A, and August Feldlinger also getting a triple A. So only 2 kills for the mission. So we are not the only ones to be inaccurate with our drop today, but 4 casualties for this night mission. Popping over here to the unit HQ. Man, it's a rough scene. So Albin and Gerd Henschel are the only 2 pilots. We of course have Simon Hapash as the commander and Theobald Stewer as the deputy commander, but everybody else missing or wounded or killed today. We might as well advance the next day and see what happens. There is 4 pilots available, so let's hit next day and see what happens. Okay, so here it is. September 13th, the city assault is underway. There are guys on the ground going in. And thank goodness, it is a mercy, but air operations have been suspended for September 13th, 1942. There's the weather report. Will not matter for us here today. And one single pilot comes to us. Gerhard Walter Penka has been added to the squadron here, his first day with us. And the squadron was resupplied with 13 HE-111s, H6s to be exact. But one day has passed. It is now September 14th, 1942. Look here at the... Okay, so more than just one. It's essentially a completely new squadron, is what it looks like. Edward Lozer, Julius Lang, Karl Brunn, Leonard Baer is not new, Willie Hahn, Bernd Fingerloos, Harold Dimwalski, Horst Urban, Hilmar Rayner, Karl Arbrecht-Stang, and Gerhard Walter Penka look to be the new additions to the squadron here today. Looks like these guys are from other squadrons. They do have a decent chunk of flight time. And yeah, I guess the only brand new guy out of training is going to be Gerhard Walter Penka. So welcome in to them. Head over to the planning room and see what we got ahead of us today. It's my favorite. Bombing a strong point, and then at 8 p.m. tonight, we are bombing a airfield. We will be sitting that one out. But nevertheless, that will do it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope to see you in the next video. Take care.